Hey you guys, what is going on? Katie Fishing here. Today's gonna be a GoPro only video. So here, as you can see, you got the straps right here for it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit two ponds today. One's a fairly larger one. The first one that we're gonna go to though is going to be a small one, but I walked around there this morning after I got off work and there were about 4 or 5 fish, all between like maybe 1 to 2 pounds or so, that were all on beds. I've never caught a bed fish today, so hopefully we're gonna catch a bed fish, kind of show you guys how I'm gonna learn how to do it, and maybe that'll help you guys out in trying to do it, or maybe you guys can give me some tips. So we're gonna go out there, we're gonna get rigged up, and hopefully we're gonna catch a few. But we'll see you guys there. Alrighty guys, so first part of the bed fishing, at least that I know, is that from what I've heard, bedfish don't care about the color. They don't care about it looking realistic. They don't care about it being natural colors. It's just going to be something to piss them off. So you want something that you can see and something that you can kind of tell whenever you get the bite, rather than being a darker natural like green pumpkin or anything like that. So whites, pinks, yellows, really, or I guess chartreuse, kind of anything like that in that spectrum should be good to go. So today, first thing that we're going to tie on is going to be a white flipping jig here. Got a 3-inch bandito bug on the back, white as well. I'm gonna put on a flipping hook, and I think what I might just do is bring a third rod with a chatterbait on, just so that way I got something to cover a little bit of water in case I can't get the bedfish, but that way we still have another option for a little bit of a reaction bait rather than only going for finesse with the jig and flipping setup. But for the flipping setup, I'm just gonna go with a 1/8 ounce weight. All I have is a green pumpkin. I need to get black and a couple other colors before the season really sets in. But for the bait, we'll be throwing our good old-fashioned 3-inch Googan Squad Crack and Crawl. Again, just gonna go with the white, just so that way I have a better chance of seeing what I'm doing. I can fix my mistakes and everything since I've never bed fished before. Also, sorry about the wind. There's not, again, Oklahoma, there's not really a lot you can do about it. Alrighty, so as you see here, got our pegged weight, 1/8 ounce. Got a flipping hook there. It might be a little big for what I'm using, but it should be able to do just fine. Alrighty, well, I'm last but not least gonna get this chatterbait tied on. I don't remember exactly, but I believe this is a jackhammer. It's a silent blade, so it makes a little bit less noise. It's a little bit more subtle. I went with the smaller profile with that just because I figure smaller fish make less noise, so that would kind of help out a little bit more rather than getting a huge weight on the head. So I figure if I went with a bigger one, I'd rather just get a regular kind of chatterbait that makes quite a bit of noise, a lot of movement. But I'm gonna get this guy tied on, and I will see you guys at the lake. Alrighty, guys, we're here at the first spot. So number one to bed fishing is you need to get yourself some polarized glasses. It makes it way easier to see in the water. It's gonna be a little bit difficult today, just because this morning when I saw the fish on the beds, it wasn't windy. Kind of before the wind picked up for the day, but now it's about 20-mile-per-hour winds, which we're kind of blocked from it, so it won't be too bad, but I can see that the water's got some movement to it, so may not be the easiest, but I think I remember where some of the beds were, so we might be able to get a bite or two. My main goal here is really to learn. I honestly maybe expect to catch one fish, honestly probably on the chatterbait, but whew, she is kicking now. So we're on the wind-blown bank. I'm gonna see if I can see a couple of them real quick still. Okay, I see the bed there, but oh, okay. I see the bass as well, so I know you guys can't see, but let's see what you can see is right there is a line of moss, and in between that moss and kind of the shore, the bass is kind of hanging right under that moss line, so I'm gonna try to get a good little flip in there, like right along the. Ooh. I need to loosen this rod up. This is not made for flipping. Cool. That's better. Let's see if we can get them. See, the thing is, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to actually where this bass's bed actually is. Oh, okay, he sees it, he sees it. That's a big fish, actually. It's a very good fish. All right, they see it. All right, he's nosed up to it. Okay, so she definitely did not like it whenever I got really close to that edge, because I was right about where that bed is. So I want to go a little bit to the left and see if I can get there. But she sat on it until I bounced away. It's got the claws, it's got the claws, it's got the claws. Okay, wow, I can see this fish. It had the claws of my craw in its mouth for a second. So they definitely don't like it there. So we're gonna keep tossing this over there a little bit. Gonna try to get a little bit deeper if I can. That's right where I want. Gonna let the water settle so I can see. I'm gonna crawl it through there. Okay. I got too ambitious there. So it had the claw in its mouth. I saw that, and I saw it swimming away, but it didn't really get a good bite. I was just trying to move it off the bed. So I'm gonna try this with a one claw real quick. If it doesn't work, we're gonna put on a new bait. I might have scared him. Also, guys, do not throw your lures on the ground. Put them in your pocket. So we're actually gonna switch to a slightly smaller profile. Actually, this is a little bit larger than the 3-inch. It's smaller than the 4-inch craw. So I'm just gonna rig that kind of diagonally through. Let it sit on the flipping, let it sit on the bait hold right there at the top, as you can see. Straight through, just to where you can barely see the hook coming out of the top. So it's still pretty much weedless, but you can get a better hook set. You know, I'm gonna give one more cast to this fish because it's moved back up again a little bit. So I want to see if it'll bite this. It's a little more compact of a lure. Nah, I missed. Big time there. Try that again. There we go. Okay, that really pissed it off. Okay, so it's looking, its nose down. Okay, it's in its mouth. Got it. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Oh my God, that's actually... Wait a minute. Holy moly, I didn't know there were bass that big in here. Wow. I'm actually gonna run and see if I have my scale. I need to get my pliers anyway, so we're gonna run to the truck real quick. Wow, I hope you guys are able to catch that. Dang it. I should have brought pliers with me, but I didn't think I'd actually catch a fish. That is a good 3-pounder too. Wow. Unlock the door. I don't want this fish out of the water too long. All right. Wow. I didn't think I set the hook that good or anything. I do have my scale. That's amazing. Okay, let's get this hook out. Maybe these flipping hooks are made to be in there. There we go. Look at that beautiful fish. Alrighty, got a 0. Turn this on. Units, pounds, please. It's zeroed out. Show me 3 pounds. That's a beautiful fish. About 3 pounds on the dot. Yep, 302. Wow. All right, let's go get this fish back on its bed. Alrighty guys, so if you ever catch a bedfish, please, please, please put it back where you got it. It's very important for these fish. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go from here. Let it swim back onto its bed. Get a good release here, get a little toss in there. Wow, yeah, that fish only looked like about 2 pounds maybe. So fish is gonna swim off a little bit. It might come back to its bed a little bit later, but it's healthy. It swam off good. It actually went straight back to the bed, so it's right there. Good place, the eggs are fine and everything. So, wow. We're gonna get back to the truck and then we're gonna get you guys a little explanation on how that went. Wow. Yeah, I was recording too. That's awesome. Whew. All right, adrenaline, good. First things first, pliers. They're small, but they're handy. In my pocket. Now that I know I can catch a bedfish. Scale. Also in my pocket. Alrighty, so let's do a quick run through of what we have tied on, what we did, so that way I kind of give you guys a better explanation. I was trying to explain as I was going, but I got a Lew's Classic Pro reel. It's a speed spool. The gear ratio, I don't think it says it on here. It is not, unfortunately, but it is a 5-ball bearing system, which really just kind of tells you about the brake. So they're pretty decent, at least in my opinion. 5 to 7 is a general number that I like to stick around. This is a Googan go-to rod. It's good for pretty much everything. For what I'm doing, a muscle rod would probably be a little bit better, set the hook a lot better, and really stay on the fish, but the go-to does what it needs to do. Went with the, I believe this is a Biospawn Exopod. I have white, green pumpkin, and a couple other colors, but again, you want to go with something that you can see, something where you can see the fish working on it, see if the fish takes it. And what that fish was doing is it was nosing down onto the bait, so it was just sitting there looking at it. It would grab it by the pincers and then move away. That's when I set that first hook and missed it because I was too impatient. So I gave it a second, flipped back in there. He ate the whole thing, and I mean, that hook was definitely stuck in there. So glad you guys got to see that, and now I know that there are a couple other fish on beds that I want to try to get, but that was by far the biggest out of all the ones that I saw. The other ones are maybe going to be around a pound or 2, but that was definitely good that we got to see that. Wow. When I actually go fishing to do something specific and get it done,